How big are microplastics? How big is the problem called microplastics? And should we worry about it? We have been using plastic since the 1950s, and it's one of the world's greatest inventions because we can't live without it and we use it every day. But there's also a bad side about it. Right now, the world has been producing at least 8.3 billion metric tons of plastic, which is the total weight of 1 billion elephants, and only 10% is getting recycled. This means that 7.4 billion metric tons of plastic ends up into massive landfills or it gets into the ocean. It takes between 100 to 1,000 years for plastic to disappear, but plastic, it really never goes away. It breaks down into smaller little pieces like microplastics, and it eventually becomes nanoplastics, which are plastics you can't see with the naked eye. Microplastics can come in many forms. It's created when bigger bits of plastic break down into smaller bits of plastics. It also comes straight from the products we use, like for example our tea bags, toothpaste, shampoo, and of course the plastic fibers which come from our clothes. When plastic comes into the ocean, it just takes around 100 years for it to become microplastics, which the fish are eating right now because they think it's candy. Then we catch the fish and many people eat the fish, so they are eating microplastics. Every year the world throws around 8 million tons of plastic into the ocean. Studies have concluded that microplastics have been found in fish, shellfish, clams, oysters, but also in your honey, salt, beer, and many other products that we eat and drink and use all the time. European studies have shown that we already eat and drink 5 grams of microplastics every week, which is the total weight of 1 credit card. Microplastics, they're poisonous. These plastics contain toxic chemicals which can cause organ damage, reproductive issues, genetic mutations, and many other types of diseases. Right now, governments and scientists are looking for ways to eliminate plastic from our daily lives. A lot of companies are also going zero waste, and other companies like for example 4Ocean and the Ocean Cleanup are creating better and better technologies to clean up the ocean. You can make a change by going zero waste, and I'll talk about that in a video later. The bad news is the problem is only getting worse, and once the plastics become microplastics, we can't catch it anymore. So we need to come up right now with bigger solutions as soon as possible. This will soon be the internet of plastic waste, but the good news is that there is a solution. Plastics is created from oil, so basically oil can be created from plastics. It's a system called pyrolysis. Sapco Industries has been developing and perfecting this technology since the 90s, and they have created a machine which can take up to 20 tons of plastic every day while creating a minimum of 15,000 liters of fuel with no impact on the environment. We have more oil and gas in a plastic landfill than we have in the entire oil and gas resources of the United States of America. It makes every bit of plastic have an article of value. Plastic will soon be a commodity just like copper, silver, or iron. It's a giant business that will unlock millions of people all over the world. Do you want to join this opportunity? Contact me right now because we are at the beginning of a multi-billion-dollar industry. There is still a long way to go, but the fight against this almost invincible enemy has truly begun. But we got to catch the plastic before it becomes microplastics. Do your research and question everything on how big this international problem really is. And give me a like, give me a subscribe, join the tribe. I hope you got value from this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.